We have to study is about the working capital. So fixed capital means the money required for the fixed assets, and working capital means a difference between current assets and current liabilities is called working capital. So how much amount of current liabilities are there and current assets are there, and the difference between that is called as the working capital. To understand clearly the meaning of working capital, balance sheet of a company is mainly divided into two parts, like four parts, like current liabilities, fixed liabilities, current assets, and fixed assets. Okay, so total there are, see, like if you calculate the four contents are given there, is no. So there is, like, if you can calculate the difference between current assets, so here current assets are 50,000, is no, and the current liabilities are 35,000. So the difference between these two is 15,000. So this is the, we can say this is the working capital. Okay. So this much amount of money assets we are having, and this much amount of liabilities are there. So this is an extra. This is like we can say cash in hand, or extra money that we are having. So that money is called as the working capital. So we can say working capital, it refers to the portion of capital invested in short-term assets of a business. So these are invested in the short-term assets. Okay, short-term assets in the sense like imagine that if we are using some goods, so the money that we are investing on goods, we can say that is called as or we can say like within 1 year the money will be, you can make it into money. Okay, so like if you purchase building, as I told you, fixed asset it is there, so you cannot make it into money in very short period time. But other type of products are there. So you have purchased it and it is with you, but you can sell it and make it into money very easily. So such type of products are called as fixed assets, sorry, current assets, and the money that we are spending for the current assets is called as the working capital. Net and gross working capital. Regarding the meaning of working capital, two concepts widely prevalent. Firstly, net working capital concept. Secondly, gross working capital concept. Difference between current assets and current liabilities is called net working capital. In the above example, this amount is 15,000. On the other hand, aggregate of current asset is called as a gross working capital. In the above example, this amount will be 50,000. So, as I told you, like current assets, the total money that we are investing on the current asset, that is called as the gross working capital. Okay, full money. So that is the gross amount. And in that, this current liabilities are there. So when you deduct this current liability, what we get, that is, remaining money is called as the net working capital. Understood? So all this money is coming in the category of working capital, but there are still liabilities are also there. So when you have to pay the liabilities back, then this money will be remaining there. So those things are called as the net working capital. Next topic we have to study is about the need or a significance of working capital. Why working capital is required? Okay. So having known the meaning of working capital, it is necessary to know its need for business. Mostly all business, two kinds of assets are needed, fixed assets and current assets. Fixed assets include land building, already we have studied about this. Current assets includes cash in hand, cash at bank, bills receivable, finished goods, inventory, raw material, marketable securities, debtors, work in progress, prepaid expenses. All these type of things will come in the category of current assets. Fixed assets raise the structure of a business, but to run the show, current assets are needed. For example, a manufacturing enterprise has to purchase raw material to change it into finished products, and laborers are paid wages. To push the sale of a finished product, publicity expenses are to be incurred. Sometimes finished product is sold on credit. To finance all this, working capital is required. Okay, so fixed asset, fixed capital means that we are purchasing all these things and keeping. But for running day-to-day activities, we need some money. Isn't it? So that money is called as the working capital. Okay, see, like if a school is there, so we have building, we have classrooms, everything is there, and if we need to run the school, like other expenses will be there, like if like buses are running, so petrol bill we have to pay, so day-to-day activities are there, so for that we need to pay the money. So those expenditure is called as the working capital. Okay. Then next we have to pay. So the following main causes underline the need of a working capital. Why we are requiring? See, like a payment of daily expenses. There are some daily expenses, you know. So some as I told you, like petrol bill may have to be paid, or some other daily expenditures will be there that has to be paid. Payment of current liabilities on time. Some current liabilities will be there. So like we have purchased some goods on credit, and that money we have to pay, or we took some products from where and we have to pay the money for that. So some additional payments we will have to pay. Those things we have to pay on time. So for that money is required. Taking advantage of cash discount. You know about a cash discount and trade discount, right? So cash discount means that on the spot if you pay money, you will get a discount. Like imagine that if a product is of 100 rupees value, and the shopkeeper, you say that now I will not pay the money, I will pay next week. And the shopkeeper is telling that if you pay now, you need to pay only 90. Okay. So if you pay next week, you have to pay 100, but now if you pay, you will get for 90. So 10 rupees profit you will get if you pay on the spot. Do you understand? But if a company is in a good financial working capital is there, now if the company is having money, then only they can pay it. You know, if the company is expecting that next week, after 2 days we will receive money, after that we can pay. Or if such a situation is there, then a company cannot pay, and this profit they cannot make. Then taking advantage of favorable opportunities of the market. Sometimes like market demand will be very much higher. So if we are having sometimes winter clothes are okay. So suddenly if normal winter is there, and suddenly in 2-3 days if the winter is very much increasing fast, so at that time what happens, people will come, demand for the winter clothes will be increasing very much higher, you know. So suddenly people will go to the shop for purchasing. At that time, if any, in some shops stock will be over, but in some shops they will have huge stock, so that from that shop more sales will be there, you know. By that time the other shops, they will bring from the other area, they will bring it, they will give order and bring the product. It will take 1 or 2 weeks time. By the time the need will be demanded, people will be purchased the product from other areas, isn't it? So they will not get the advantage of this. And next one, continuity in production. So if we need to continue the production, so for that we need raw materials, and purchasing raw materials we need a working capital. Okay. Next we have to study is about the factors affecting the requirement of working capital. So same way, nature of business, almost similar points are there. Okay. So nature of business. So manufacturing business and the trading business, 2 types of businesses are there. And for trading business, here when we studied about fixed capital, for manufacturing business more fixed capital is required there. But for trading business, more working capital is required, because see if in a showroom we don't have much building, it is not required, all these things are not required, but a large amount of products required, you know. So we have to keep the goods in the shop. So if there is a wholesale margin free market or a shopping mall, and if big shopping mall is there, no products are there, only 2-3 products are there, then we will not be feeling like to purchase, you know. So whenever customer comes, whatever is demanded, those products should be available. So for that, this money is should be necessary. Okay. Then next one, scale of operations. There is a direct link between the working capital and the scale of operation. In other words, more working capital is required in case of big operating, while less working capital is needed in case of small organizations. If a company is having more, like a big area if they are working, more working capital is required. If in a small area if they are working, only little bit amount of working capital required. Then next one, business cycle. The need for the working capital is affected by various stages of the business cycle. During the boom period, the demand of a product increases and the sales also increases. Therefore, more working capital is needed. On the contrary, during the period of depression, the demand declines and it affects both the production and sale of goods. Therefore, in such a situation, less working capital is required. So, you can say like that companies having different type of business cycle is. So, if a company starts, okay, in the beginning company will be starting. So, in the beginning company will not have much demand. So it will grow and it will reach to a higher position. Then after that it will come down. Again it will go up. So like a wave it is going. So if like in the initial stages the company require more amount of working capital because the demand is getting increased day by day. And when it reaches to the topmost position, after that the demand is getting declined. So at that time there is much working capital is not required. Okay, because how much we are producing, that much sale may not be there. Okay, here in this case growing stage, how much we are producing, more than that demand will be. Okay, so if it reaches to the highest position, then it will decline. So when it reaches down, then what happens? Company will make some modification to the product. You know, so like mobile phone, if you consider one particular brand of mobile, like if you consider like my phone is there, Note 6, okay, Note 5, Note 6 if you consider. So Note 6 product is coming to the market, then people will start purchasing this one. So everybody started purchasing, so then demand for that product will start decreasing. Okay, so reached almost everybody has purchased. Then after that the demand will reduce. Then they will start a Note 6. You know. Then suddenly the demand for the product will increase and it will go up to high, and why everybody is purchasing. Then after that that also will be over. Then again it will come down. Then they will introduce Note 7. You know. So such a way they will upgrade the product. So then demand will go high. Again they come down. So when the product will start declining, then the company will be making any changes in the product. So such a way this company will be going. Okay. The next one, seasonal factors. Some goods are demanded throughout the year while others are seasonal demand. Goods which have a uniform demand the whole year, their production and sale are continuous. Consequently, such enterprises need a little working capital. So like as I told you, like winter clothes. So winter clothes are demanded or purchased only like this November and December, these 2 months are. You know, maximum we can say. In the month of January, by January, everybody has purchased sufficient amount of winter clothes, so they are not going to purchase additional. You know. So only few products are required, and only at these 2 months. But these products are produced all throughout the year. You know, the beginning of the year onwards, or next January onwards, they start producing product for the next year. So they are producing, investing the money, and they get back the money only after the sale. Okay, so they have to keep this money for 1 year time. Do you understand? So if you are until unless a product is not sold, the company will not get the money. So they have to manufacture. So for that they have to invest money and they have to keep it for 1 year time. So then a huge amount of working capital required. But if a company is like a wheat is there or such type of products, regularly used products are there. So such type of products, working capital requirement will be less. So the next point that we have to study is about the production cycle. Production cycle means the time involved in converting raw materials into finished products. The longer this period, the more will be the time for which the capital remain blocked in raw material and semi-manufactured products. Thus, more working capital will be needed. On the contrary, where production of period of production cycle is little, less working capital will be needed. See, like there are some products which needs more time to be produced. So like the raw materials will be there and it has to be converted into the finished products. So there is a lot amount of time required for that. So some products are there. See, for example, you just imagine like wood. Okay, so if you see like wood processing company is there, so or like a car manufacturing company or electronic products, all these type of products may require much amount of time. So like say for example, the raw materials will be converted into semi-finished product, then to another stages. So there are so many stages required and it needs a lot amount of time. So such type of products are there. So if it needs a lot amount of time for producing one product, then it needs a lot amount of working capital requirements are there. But whereas if a product is having very short periods, it's like it can be produced within 1 day itself and it can be sold easily, so it will not take much time for so that money not necessary to be invested in the working capital requirement is less for such type of products. Okay. Then next one, credit allowed. Those enterprises which sell goods on cash payments basis need little working capital, but those who provide credit facilities to the customers need more working capital. So if the companies are providing only like credits are not given, so there are no credits provided, so such type of companies will require only less amount of working capital. But where are the companies which are having credits are provided, so like some companies are there, they are selling the products, and after that they will be distributing the products. So such kind of products are there. So for that type of products, more amount of requirements are there. Okay, so there are companies like that. Then next one is about the credit availed. If raw materials and inputs are easily available on credit, less working capital is needed. On the contrary, if these things are not available on credit, then to make cash payment quickly, large amount of working capital will be needed. See, like when companies are purchasing raw materials, so these raw materials has to be available in a when they get these raw materials in a credit. So such kind of companies, they will get the raw materials in credit, and they will be able to get the products. After that, they will be charging, making this, converting this, and after making the product, after selling the product only, they may have to pay the money. So such kind of companies may not require much amount of working capital. But if a company is working and purchasing the raw material by paying cash, only cash payments are accepted, they are not getting the credit facility, so such type of companies are there, then they need more working capital, because they have to make it cash payments, and for that cash is required. The next one is about the operating efficiency. Operating efficiency means efficiently completing the various business operations. Operating efficiency of every organization happens to be different. Some such examples: converting raw materials into finished goods at the earliest, selling the finished goods quickly, and quickly getting payments from the debtors. A company which has a better operating efficiency has to invest less in stock and debtors. Therefore, it requires less working capital, while the case is different in respect of companies which are less operating efficiency. Operating efficiency means the ability of the companies to produce the products, like converting raw materials into finished products easily or fast in a very low manner, and the produced products can be sold very easily, like today production completed, tomorrow itself the product can be sold, or even if not that much faster, but within a short period of time they are able to produce, sell the product. And another thing is that the companies will be able to sell the product and get the money back very easily or very fast. So if these three processes are very much fast, if the company is there, then we can say that the company is operating efficiency is there for the company. And if such kind of companies are there, they require only less amount of working capital. But whereas a company is not having sufficient amount of operating efficiency is not there, then for such kind of companies they need to they need a more working capital, because it's like converting raw materials into finished products, it will take longer time, and so for produced product to sell they will take a longer time. So within that much time, this money, the money invested on that product will not be there, and even after selling the product, if they are not getting the money back very faster, then for that also they need to spend more amount of working capital. So the working capital requirement for the companies who are not having operating efficiency will be more. But whereas if the operating efficiency is less good, then less amount of working capital only required. Okay. Then next one, availability of raw materials. Availability of raw materials also influence the amount of working capital. If the enterprise make use of such raw material which is available easily throughout the year, then less working capital will be required, because there will be no need to stock in the large quantity. On the contrary, if the enterprises make use of such raw materials which is available only in some particular months of the year, whereas the continuous production is needed all the year round, then large quantity of it will be stocked. Under the circumstances, more working capital will be required. So the availability of raw materials. So if a company is having such type of raw materials which can be easily available every day, the raw materials are available. So if the company is working with such type of raw materials, then the working capital requirement will be less, because they need not to purchase these raw materials in bulk quantity and store it, because not necessary to be stored, because they will get it at any time. But there are some companies which are, like imagine that is like biscuit manufacturing company. So they are using wheat. So wheat is a type of product, it will be available only at the time of harvesting season. So it is available in the market every day, but just if they are trying to purchase every day from the market, they will be cost will be more. So they have to, when at the time of harvesting season, they have to purchase it in bulk quantity and store it in their stock. So if such a way if they do, then all throughout the year they will be able to make use of. So that is a kind of seasonal products are the raw materials of these type of products. So they need to stock these products for the whole year. So for say like if we are investing, so when they are purchasing wheat, they have to pay money to the farmers or people those who are business traders and so on, and so they have to pay the money and they have to stock these goods for the throughout the year. So production is done throughout the year, and when they are able to produce the product and sell it, then only they will be getting the money back. So it will take a longer duration. So such kind of companies who are using especially the seasonal products as the raw materials, so such type of companies need a more amount of working capital. So these are the different topics that we have to study, or these are the different factors that are affecting the requirement of the working capital. So in this chapter we have studied about the financial planning, financial structure, and requirement of fixed assets or working capital requirement. We studied also about the capital structure. All these type of things we have studied. So this is the end of this chapter. Thank you so much.